and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here and joining me for the very first time, then welcome to my channel. Today I thought I would do a little video on budgeting for Christmas basically, and I come up with 6 kind of tips or ideas to maybe help you budget a bit better for Christmas, or yeah, whatever really. So yeah, I'm just going to tell you my ideas. If you can think of any other tips or advice, maybe for people that can't afford a lot, that aren't very well off, that are struggling with Christmas this year or any year, if there's any tips or advice or anything, feel free to share them in the comments box down below, please. And yeah, hopefully people will go and check them out. So I'm just going to read through a couple of the tips that I have got down here for you. So the first one is to only spend what you can afford to spend. Set a limit for everyone, whether that be nieces, nephews, aunts, cousins, brothers, children, whatever. Set a budget for each individual person of what you can afford to spend, and try to stick to that budget. People understand, you know, in this day and age, people have got big families, people have got a lot of people to buy for. With, you know, inflation these days and the cost of things going up and the wages not really going up alongside that, people are struggling, you know. Just buy what you can afford. I mean, you can buy really good presents these days for not very much. I mean, I've got members of my family that would be really happy with a really nice smelling candle from Asda, you know. Put a box of chocolates with it, done. Job's a good one. Yeah, set a budget for the kids as well, for what you want to spend on the kids. I mean, just because Doris down the road spend £1,000 on her 6 kids each, doesn't mean that you have to, you know. Your kids don't know, well, they're probably not going to understand how much you've spent on them. They're not going to understand that Doris down the road has spent £1,000 on all of her kids. They don't care. All they care about is that they're having fun with their family. It's Christmas. They're excited. They got a few new bits and bobs. Do what you got to do, but don't feel guilty about having a budget and not being able to spend a lot. People understand. It's fine. People understand. Don't worry. Tip number 2: don't get dragged into the "how big is my present pile" hype that goes on Facebook. Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about, the one where, you know, Betsy down the road uploads a photo and her kid's pile of toys is this high, and Doris down there, she uploads a photo and her pile's like 10 feet taller. And, you know, the kids, your kids, most probably aren't on Facebook. They're not going to look at these photos and think, oh my God, I just had like 10 toys or 10 presents in a little pile, where like Andrew up the road had a bloody mouthful. You know, they're not on Facebook. They don't care. Don't get dragged into it. I don't tend to stick pictures of my kids' piles of presents on Facebook. I'm not getting dragged into that hype. It's a load of rubbish. Like I said in tip number 1, do what you can afford. Don't get dragged into any hypes. Don't feel guilty. Your kids love you. They're going to have a good day. It's all fine. Tip number 3, don't be scared to shop second hand. There's lots and lots and lots of people that I know, including myself, that will sell second hand items on Facebook Marketplace, and they sell them at a fraction of a price to what they bought them for. And a lot of the times the item hasn't been used. Some of the times it hasn't been played with, hasn't been unboxed, hasn't been touched. It's basically as good as new. So what, the item doesn't come with a box? Who cares? It doesn't need a box. Is your kid really going to care when they open up a toy and it doesn't come with the box that it's supposed to come with? I mean, pop down to B&M, get a little gift box, get some of that tissue paper you can put inside, hide some chocolate coins in there around the item or whatever. Your kids aren't going to care that it doesn't come in original packaging. I mean, a lot of people can save a lot of money. Recently, I sold something on Facebook. It was like a mini phone printer. I bought it last year for like 140 quid, I think it was. I made a scrapbook out of it. I did what I did I did what I wanted to do out of it, and it's then been sat in the cupboard for the past 6 months, not being touched. So I thought, fine, I'll sell it. I don't need it. I originally put it up for 60 quid and I ended up getting knocked down to 40 quid. So £140 item that somebody has come and bought from me for 40 quid. And now their daughter, I know he said it's for his daughter's going to have a nice present now that she really wanted, and they've paid out 40 quid instead of 140. She's not going to know it's second hand. I did actually have all the charger, the box and everything for it, and it was literally in brand new condition. But yeah, they don't care. At the end of the day, all they care about is I got what I asked for, or I'm happy with, you know, the gifts that I've received. So yeah, don't be scared to shop secondhand. Go around in the pop into your local thrift shops, your charity stores, have a look on eBay, go on Facebook Marketplace. There is lots and lots and lots of bargains to be had. You've just got to go and look. My next tip that I've got, I haven't done this yet, but somebody else shared this tip on YouTube. I believe it was Juliet, who's being Mrs. Dudley. I watched her video on here the other day, and she mentioned this tip, and I thought it was really good actually, because Parker's got some items I could definitely recycle. So yeah, she said about recycling gifts. So say your child has had a couple gifts this year, they're a bit kind of, maybe they're a bit too old for them or whatever, or after a month they're still sat on the shelf, they haven't even unboxed it, they haven't played with it, they haven't gone to look at it. Take it away, go put it in a cupboard somewhere, wrap it back up and give it to them for another Christmas or a birthday or whatever. They're really, they're not going to pay any attention to it, and they're not going to know. I think it was either last Christmas or the Christmas before, Nanny G brought Parker a Nintendo DS 3D or something along those lines. It is still to this day on his side in the bedroom, in the box, brand new, perfect, pristine. Now I haven't recycled it. I could have, but I really didn't think about it until I seen Juliet's video. But it's there for him. I have tried to get it out a couple of times actually, and been like, oh, you know, let's play with this and raddy, but he's really just not into it yet at the moment. I think it's his age. I think when he gets a bit older, he's going to be like, oh my god, look at this, it's so cool. So yeah, that's still there for him. But I thought that was a really good idea. If your kids have got anything like that they've had that they're not interested in at the moment, they haven't taken it out of the box, they haven't attempted to play with it, go and shove it back in the cupboard somewhere, wrap it up and give it to them next Christmas. You know, they're going to appreciate it more then, because they're going to be that bit older. They're going to forget that they got it the year before, and they're going to be more inclined to play with it because now they're older and they may be more into that item. So yeah, recycling. Thought that was a really good idea, Juliet. Not that you watch my YouTube videos, but you know, we can only dream. Next tip I got for you, which is something I'm going to do next year. Start saving before Christmas. My mum said this to me actually last week or the week before. She said a lot of the things that she has got this year, she's actually bought from Amazon. She does Amazon Prime, so she went onto Amazon, bought everything she wanted, got delivered the next day. Brilliant. So she said next year, what she might actually do is go in Asda and places like that. You can get gift cards. It's like a big gift card stand. And they always do Amazon vouchers. So next year, she said, like every month, she's going to go and she's going to get some Amazon vouchers. And I thought, wow, what a brilliant idea. You know, every time you go and do your monthly shop or your weekly shop, grab a £10 voucher. In December, get all your vouchers out, do a load of shopping. You've paid for the gift vouchers already. They've been sat there waiting for you. So it's like, it's an expense that you don't have to worry about or think about. You may still have to buy other items from other shops or other things in your food shop and whatever, but at least it takes some of the pressure away. I mean, you could always go into, I mean, I know Asda do a gift card. Sainsbury's and that probably do a gift card. You could put so much money on it a week or whatever. But yeah, next year I'm definitely going to start saving up before Christmas, and I'm definitely going to start getting like Amazon gift cards and things like that. And then in December, pop them away somewhere, get one of those cash money tins with a lock, pop them all in there. And then, yeah, in December, pull them out and start shopping. Yeah. Only thing I would say with that is make sure you check the expiration date. I don't really know how long gift vouchers last, but if you're not sure, you can ask the shop assistant or whatever, you know, how long they last for. But yeah, just make sure that they're still going to be in date when you intend to use them. That'd be a bit gutting, wouldn't it? Save back £500 in vouchers and you go and start shopping with them, and you go and start shopping with them in December and they ran out of date in November. Gutting. So yes, I'm definitely going to do that next year. My last and final tip would be, if you can't afford to buy for all the family and you're stressing and you're worrying, why don't you sit down and talk to your family members and come up with a plan or an arrangement? A lot of the times, there's so many people out there struggling and people don't talk and they don't realise. Like, your sister, brother, aunt, uncle, whoever, may be struggling just as much as you are. So you could sit down with them and you could say, you know, I'm really struggling this year. Why don't we just buy for each other's kids? Or why don't we have a limit where we just spend £10 each on each other? You know, that there's you could do whatever you want, but if you don't talk and you don't tell people, they're not going to know. So yeah, I mean, I'm still at the stage where we buy for all of our family. It's just something that we've always done and we're happy with it. Like I said earlier, I have stuck to a tighter budget this year because we have got an expensive holiday that we're paying off. But if I was in the position where I was like, oh my God, I can't afford to do this, then I would sit down with my family and I would explain, and I'm pretty sure that they would understand. Yeah, I mean, nowadays I really do just think that Christmas is for the kids. When you're growing up and you are a kid, Christmas is so magical and it's amazing and it's the best thing in the world. And then when you start to get a bit older, the kind of magic wears off. But then when you have kids, that magic comes back and Christmas just becomes the absolute best time of the year again. So yeah, I just think Christmas is for the kids. And if somebody in my family was stressing or worrying because they couldn't afford to buy us all presents, I would rather than them just spend a £5 or a £10 on each of my kids than buying me or Dan something. It really doesn't mean that much to me. As long as my kids are happy, I'm going to be happy at the end of the day. So yes, that's all my tips for today, guys. If you got anything else you would like to add, please pop a comment in the comments section down below. I do read all my comments, so I will go down there and I will have a look. But yes, if you did enjoy this video and you found it helpful, please do remember to give it a big thumbs up. If you are new here and you're joining me for the very first time, I had a goal when I started my YouTube channel back in May to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm currently on 425, so I've got 75 subscribers to go and I'm running out of time. So at this moment in time, I don't think I'm going to do it. But if you do watch me regularly and you haven't subscribed yet, please do think about subscribing. I would really, 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 really appreciate it. Anyway, that's all for today, guys. Thank you very much and I'll see you soon. Bye.